All right, let's get
We're already bleeping.
Act 1 here. Let's go.
Act 1. Yeah, I'm in.
Or take 1 or whatever.
No, I really like Act 1. That's very popular right now with the Baldur's Gate 3 video game that came out. They have acts, right?
Yep.
Our local source for Baldur's Gate 3.
Never played it.
Okay.
Never heard of it.
I just know it's a great game.
Dungeons and Dragons, folks.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So, Act 1.
Stranger
let's
Things.
Let's get
Act
serious
1.
here.
Chapter 1. The other side of the other side. And my dog barking in the background. I don't know if you can hear that or not. We're here in this cabin I found out in the middle of the woods.
We made it.
Yeah. This is officially the creeper cabin that we're in. Is that okay name? Creeper cabin?
Creepy cabin?
Creeper.
Creeper.
Yeah, cabin. Yeah. But here in the creeper cabin, what we do here on the other side of the other side is, I got some notes here on it. We're going to be talking horror, mystery, murder, macabre, and of course, the paranormal. We're going to be hitting on stories that make national news some of the time, but for now, we really want to focus on the more local stories. Like small towns, small Midwest towns, small southern towns. You know, you get your stories on the East Coast, West Coast, and Southern Coast. We don't need those right now. Everybody can find stuff on them. But here in the Midwest, it is rich with paranormal stories. And we're going to be telling you a few of those stories throughout this podcast. But for episode 1, we're trying to tell you about the show that we're putting together. And it's basically the title of the show, The Other Side of the Other Side. You hear a ghost story, for example. That's one side of the story. But when you do a deeper dive and find out more information about what put that ghost story together, that's the other side of the ghost story. And that's the part that we're going to be telling you about tonight or today, depending on when you watch this.
Keep on creeping.
T-shirt, TM.
There we go. Well, I think we need to tell everybody who we are and kind of, you know, if you've never followed the Creeps Ghost Commandos on YouTube or our social medias, but we've been doing the paranormal for a long time. And boy, we have some stories. That is for sure. We've been on some adventures. And, you know, while the adventures of ghost hunting may seem a little bit basic, there's some stuff that has happened that you don't even know about. So that's another reason why we're doing this show, to show you the other side of that other side. So
For sure.
We need to introduce each other.
That's a good idea. Well, oldest first.
All right.
All right. Oldest?
Well, my name's Alec Tillery.
And I'm his younger brother, Adam Tillery.
And I'm their friend, Gideon.
Longtime friend.
And I'm the nephew, Caleb Tillery.
Nephew, yes, yes, us.
Yes.
Could be to Caleb or Gideon as well, but I mean, no. The jeans were in our drawers.
Yes.
They're eating the cats and dogs. Yeah, save you right there. There you go.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Well, people are really going to get to know a lot more about us. We each bring a unique trait, a unique personality to the team, and to what we do. So maybe we just go around and, like, Gideon, what do you bring to the team that we have?
I think I bring the ghostly vibe.
I agree.
I feel like ghostly or ghost or whatever the beyond is Earth. They tend to kind of freak me out because they kind of come to me, and I actually saw a ghost,
Thank
a
goodness.
real life one. So
That's true.
That's it.
We always call him our ghost magnet. Sometimes we just sit back and like, all right, let's get do his thing, and stuff happens. Sometimes he doesn't even know what happens, but stuff
No.
happens. So, yeah, Gideon is definitely the ghost magnet, and he brings a lot to the team. Much more than that too.
Appreciate that.
Caleb, what do you bring to the team?
I'm gonna bring, my high IQ of straight camera work, getting all the angles, seeing that everybody's not seeing. They'll say they're talking to the ghost. I'm gonna get the backside. I'm gonna make sure. Pause. First of all, that sounded bad, but I'm gonna
Reset.
yep, reset.
Getting that backside.
The backside. But overall, I'm gonna make sure the camera work is just fine. Make sure to put some jokes out, and just have a great time.
It's almost like you're going to provide insight of the other side of the other side. I'll be hitting on that hashtag all night.
You got a sound effect for that too, right?
I might.
Good.
Sound effect, graphic. It's
the
all
other
gonna be
side
there.
of the other side.
That's right. And in our
Or-
documentaries,
Do a macho man voice. The other side of the other side.
It's pretty good.
that's not bad.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
That's really good.
He is the cream of the crop.
And I will say, to give Caleb credit, our videos, ever since Vale Mansion, his very first adventure with us,
Right.
I mean, he is capturing more than what I was ever able to capture. I captured shoes and floors and who knows what else. But Caleb locked on that shot to
Right.
show us what happened behind us, in front of us, on top of us, wherever. Caleb got it.
Right.
So back to Adam here. What do you bring to the team?
Basically, what I bring to the team, not much. I just
Yep.
no. I bring solid investigative work. I try to research the place that we're going to. Alec does a way better job at it, and try to bring some history with us to whatever location we go to. But that's just a touch of what I do, because, like I said, Alec does a lot more than that. I like to buy equipment and bring new devices and handle all sorts of gadgets.
And figure out new experiments into the table too to
That's
see if
right.
it will connect with the ghost
Instead of
if they want to do interaction with it.
I'm like investigator gadget instead of inspector gadget.
Definitely. Yep. I mean, just look at the Paravane, one of his few inventions that we take on every investigation, and there's been some movement.
It works. Magnets and ghosts go together like magnets and fridges.
That's right.
Just they click.
They do.
Now I
They
still
stick.
They clap.
believe that
Stick.
it still went
They
down
stick.
down at
At
the
the
mower
Sally
doctor. No,
Oh.
I still
And it
believe
fell
it. I
over.
still believe it fell over. Just
Oh,
I know you
yeah.
debunked it, but
We have video of that. We can show that right now.
What are you talking about, Willis?
The video. Oh yeah, I think we actually have it.
Yep, that's out there on.
And you said you debunked it.
they always debunk everything.
Yeah,
No,
you know.
this group does
Ghosts aren't
debunk
real.
if it's something that it's on our end, and if there's a noise and it's my fart, they debunked it
Yeah, and there's
That's true.
been a lot
because
of
there's a
farts.
lot of Taco Bell runs.
It certainly
There
is.
was Taco Bell runs when we did these investigations. And if there was a small little fart that I did, and then you hear it, and it's a different, like, woo,
Yep.
they like, oh, nope, that's Gideon right there.
That's true.
That's
And
Gideon right there.
he's
Debunked.
telling the truth.
Debunked.
I mean, I have Word documents, timestamps,
Yeah.
and if you Control F the word fart, you're going to get 100 matches.
We've known.
sure.
Yeah, we've known Gid long enough to understand the accent of his farts. We know it's.
It does,
But-
does have an accent.
But seriously, right? We do show you guys that, this is not a ghost or sound or whatever. We debunk a lot of things.
That's right. I mean, that's part of being just a an honest
We're
paranormal
authentic.
investigation.
We're authentic and we're real.
We,
You know?
we like to distill our evidence, much like a nice fine bourbon whiskey.
Yeah.
We want the best of the best of that evidence, and if it's
Exactly.
bad, it's got to go.
Yep.
Exactly. That's
We
what
don't
I'm
want to
saying.
waste people's time.
No.
Now, why do they call it the Paravane?
Good question. Let's ask the inventor.
They call it the paravane because it swivels much like a weather vane on top of a old farmhouse or a modern house if you're.
So I got the para part, you know.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
just cool. If I had room to add a Z to it, I would. But yeah, it swivels much like a weather vane to show you what direction the wind is blowing. But in this case, the idea is that the paravane will show you the direction of which way the ghost is traveling or if a ghost is nearby. My theory is that ghosts can affect magnets. There
See,
you go.
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
You think something actually did push it, right?
Well, I mean,
I get you.
All over.
Well,
that's
but
3
when you-
minutes. That's a.
That's true. Yeah, it stood for 3 minutes.
Now, did we hear that noise or?
No,
think
we didn't
we
hear
did.
it. Because I come back up, I needed to go check this Z-cam that we had rolling. Because it was cold. I mean, I think it was 28 degrees, maybe. I mean, it was near freezing in this room. So I was like, oh, man, we got this camera running all night. Let me go check it. And 24 minutes later, I come back up. Oh, there I am.
There you go.
Come from the back.
With your long hair, dude.
Scott Barlow.
I know, dude.
You missed your long hair?
Of course I do. Of course I do. But it is long. It's gone. That chapter of the life is over.
Don't worry, I'm about to catch up to that chapter
There
as
you
well.
go. Do it.
But how did you guys debunk it?
Well, so I just look at it. I'm like, crap. All right, I better go tell the team. I don't want to, mess with the evidence here. So I come back down and we tell the team. We're just taking a break, warming up basically, because we were frozen.
Did we ever find any snakes while we were there?
No,
Just a lot of skin.
Too cold.
a lot of
thankfully.
snake skins. But I love Adam's face here. I come back in and say, the paravane's on the floor.
That's the face of it. Actually worked.
Why do you think it didn't? It just went on its own. Do you think it's because you didn't strap it,
I would, if we lean on the side, of
or
it
if you
not
you,
being
you revealed
paranormal,
it? So
Yeah.
I didn't know.
I feel like maybe because it on each leg is 3 different clips,
Yeah,
and I feel like I did not clip one
The
of
last
those.
one?
Yeah,
the bottom one.
but it was just enough friction to hold it together for just so long.
3 minutes. 3 minutes.
Yeah, and when it falls, you can hear it slide. It does this metallic slide. So that's the tripod leg tube sliding back up.
But
Opposite
you do
of
have a
retract.
believer over there that it might have somebody
Telescope.
pushed it. So,
Well, yeah. I mean, that was a hot spot of paranormal activity. This hallway,
Yeah, according
Felt
to
different.
according to the owner,
yeah.
he said it was a hot spot.
Jackson and Sydney, Sydney would not step foot in
In that
this
room.
in this room, this part of the
Yeah.
of the
The
building.
intersection.
Yeah, major intersection.
Well, we also felt a weird vibe when he started ringing that bell, or was it the bell, or
Yeah, ring the school bell. A couple examples of that.
And we
Oh
and we
yeah.
and we had to just go in because all the people that like was working there or former students or the regular owner or the owner now, they said that there's a lot of paranormal.
See that? He's testing the leg.
Yeah. See, I didn't get that top knot right there. That one.
So why would it stay up for 3 minutes?
You know,
But
I was kind of thinking that too, and the only force that was pulling on it, because nobody was up there walking
No.
around for vibrations for it to collapse.
plus it's
it was-
upstairs.
The
Let's-
only
let's-
force would have been gravity.
The way you want to describe it is there's no airflow.
No air.
It was musty, not musty, but like you know how like your
It was stagnant. It was
Yeah, very still.
very still. Yeah.
Yep. So the paravane.
Yeah. Oh yes, yes. I make equipment. I think that's what we're on.
Yeah.
That's right.
Who else do we got left? We got you.
Yeah, I'm just dull. I bring a lot of dullness. I'm all business.
Very business.
I don't play games.
He's great with
He's
crystals.
straightforward, guys.
People name crystal. I'm good at remembering names. That's the spin I have on that. Other crystals, I have no clue. And my brain does not have the capacity to understand the powers of magical crystals and what they do. But hey, if people believe in that, cool.
I bought a crystal at the convention.
That's right.
You
And
up
you
in
should
Iowa.
be a millionaire by this
In
time.
fact, I think I still have
You
it.
haven't scanned the ticket?
Scan the ticket.
You got to scan that ticket.
Oh my
Powerball
gosh,
ticket.
you're right. I've yet to do that.
Okay.
I got time, right? They're not going to take away my millions.
Yeah, I think you have a year. A
Look
whole.
at that bad boy.
Woof.
I know. It's purple. I don't know anything about crystals. This is the first crystal that I ever bought. Is it picking up any weird audio on the mics, I wonder? I will find out in post. It's going zip zap. Anything? No? There you go, Ged. Touch that crystal. Let me know if anything happens to you.
So you were drawn to this crystal.
I was. We were speaking with
What's-
an old friend of ours.
What's the scientific behind crystals in the paranormal?
No clue. They are rocks.
Exactly, me too. I have no clue.
It's not our specialty.
Yeah, it's not.
No,
Yeah, it's
no.
a good way to put it. I mean, we're very, very basic, very common
no-
sense
no-
oriented.
Why,
You don't wanna
why
touch
don't
it?
you want to touch the
Because
crystal?
it is your crystal.
You sure you
Yeah.
don't want to touch the crystal?
This is
Don't
your
want to.
crystal.
Don't want to taint it.
This is an Enchanted Boutique's crystal, dude.
Can't,
They're like one of the top purveyors of crystals around.
can't go against the crystal law.
They come from the north too. And you know,
Plus, it has too much purple. Rock
what
chalk.
kind of? Yeah, that's true. What kind of reminds me of the Northern Lights have been really popping within the last couple years, and it kind of has a Northern Light feel to it.
Even this past year, the Northern Lights reached all the way down as far as Kansas. I was able to take a picture of it.
Yeah, which
Not
is
the
very
best,
rare.
But
Yeah.
it's still pretty. I'll show that. I'll pop up.
It's
that
like a
picture.
crown to me. It's like a side chalk.
Yeah, I know. That's
Makes me want to write with it.
That's what I, was
think,
drawn to.
I think
it.
Caleb's saying that you should have had a blue crystal instead of a purple crystal.
I think if I were to have a blue crystal, there'd be a couple extra zeros on the price tag that I still have on there. I will
Rock chalk.
find you a blue crystal. In fact, shout out to Enchanted Boutiques. If you got blue crystals for a good deal, let us know. Hit us up at CreepsGC on our Instagram at CreepsGC or on our Facebook page or right here on our YouTube page.
Oh yeah.
That's not our catchphrase, but it's all right.
It's work in progress.
But yes, where were
Snap
we going with crystals?
into the crystals.
I just.
Oh, I
just
said.
talked- oh yeah.
Yeah, I said.
Now we
I won't put it
forgot
out there, I'm
because
not
the
a-
crystal's
not
in
a-
our mind.
Yeah, he's more in line with
That's our
the
crystal.
power of Chris. He's our
Snap
human
into
crystal.
the crystals.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
1980s crystals. The white crystals.
1880s crystals.
Oh yeah. No, what were you saying about crystals now?
Oh, I said he was great with crystals.
Oh, Al, you there?
And I said
He's our
people
crystal
named
guy.
Crystal because I just like remembering people's name. If you met us like back in 1992 at Farrar, I remember you. Thank you. Thank you for coming to talk with us and telling us your ghost story.
Where?
Farrar.
I was thinking of Belvoir, but I don't know her name. She was a wackadoodle.
Oh, yeah.
Snickeldoodle.
Well, we had to change her name. We had to change her name
Oh yeah.
because yeah, we had to change her name because of what happened.
Yeah, there's,
Yeah.
that's the
That's
real
a different story
other side.
for another episode.
No,
but
that-
yeah, let's-
You're right. But
We've
you're hitting on it.
only shown part.
yeah,
We've
but yeah.
only shown-
Let's go
I
back
am
to crystals.
unaware of this
Go back to
situation.
crystals.
This was paranormal related. There's focus on the ghost story. You guys saw all the ghost story stuff happening on the YouTubes, but there was much more behind that didn't need to be relayed to YouTube. But we kept to ourselves.
For moments like this.
Yes,
I
exactly.
believe close to 10 years have passed since that crazy night.
We were hot for those first 3 years.
What do you mean? We were. We still are.
Are you kidding
We
me?
still are.
Our berries are only getting juicier, dude. The older we get.
You say berries?
Okay.
Older the
Juice
berry,
berry.
sweeter the juice.
That's what they say.
Yeah.
Kind of like Michael Vick in a way. You know,
Okay, explain.
Huh?
Here we go.
very
Please
great.
elaborate
You know,
on
he was
that.
hot. He was hot. You know, after the
That's
start,
true, yeah.
great. Had a great prime. Little setback,
He
but
put himself in the doghouse.
he still stays relevant to this day on how, you know, just as a NFL
That's true.
Analyst?
analysis. Yes,
Yeah.
he's on occasional Fox Sports here and there.
And he's pretty good at it.
Pretty cool guy.
He even helped coach the Chiefs, like in a preseason.
He did.
Yeah, we brought him. The Chiefs were from Kansas City.
Yeah.
Well, so
can't
did John
tell.
Gruden.
Oh yeah, he was hanging out there too.
Yeah.
Rocking
Yeah,
the
that's
Chiefs
another great
gear.
prime example. You know, hot off the start, won a Super Bowl, got a lot of fame, and then after that, well, yeah,
He was from a
he's,
different
he's
time.
John Gruden.
Yeah, he's stronger. Yeah.
But yeah, I would like to know more about Farrar. It was a little
Oh,
before
Ferrari,
my time.
yes, that's what
We
it
have,
is.
we have a lot of stories about Farrar, and I think speaking about, we love Iowa, like for real.
Does
it
it,
is.
does it,
It's
does
our
it-
home away from home.
I know, but does it seem like that's like in the middle of America? Does it seem like it's like a very open land to explore a lot of paranormal
Yes.
things? Because it seems like that's a lot of. It's like seems like it's smack dab in the middle of the United States, and it just seems like it tracks a lot of like
Yeah,
interest in the paranormal.
the locations, the
compared
history.
to East Coast, West Coast, it's just in the middle of the Midwest.
Yeah,
That's
And
what it seems like to
very
me.
open-minded about the paranormal.
Yeah.
I don't think this sounds bad, but in my mind, I want to say it's because Iowa hasn't been really saturated with humanity. Like, if there are ghosts there and they were people that lived there long ago and died, there hasn't been a whole lot of human contamination going up to
Right.
Iowa to, dirty up the paranormal
And,
world.
and,
Good
and I get it. East Coast is rich with history from 1700s to now, but it just seems like everything's in the middle. We're in the mix. The
But do you
Midwest is
think
in-
that just because we're here in the middle, though? I mean,
Oh, that's true too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Debunk right there.
Nope.
Damn.
Wild stats.
Wild
Yeah.
stats?
Wow. Yeah. Wow.
there you
Join
go.
us on
That's,
our
he's the guy. Caleb's the guy.
The guy.
at
guy.
Wild Stats at Creeps GC. We'll probably have that on that platform as well.
Well, I
Yeah.
want to take this opportunity. We just got back from Iowa, actually. Caleb, Adam, and I attended the Benton County Historical Society Paranormal Expo, first annual. It was great. We had met some old friends, made some new friends along the way, but we had a void.
Yeah. Why so early though?
I don't know.
Why paranormal now?
Why
Yeah.
why just make an Oktoberfest and just put it in the October?
Well, I think
And I would have actually came.
they heard you and they listened.
Yes.
Next
what is
time
it?
do an October
I think next
and
year.
call
they-
it the Oktoberfest.
Okay.
just for Gideon.
Yep. Gideon, he's would love to take over as the event coordinator. He has great ideas. But no, we did come back from Iowa. But we missed our guy Gideon. He wasn't able to go at the last minute.
busy.
But you were there in spirit with us. Did you know that?
How?
You were there. We felt you. So, what we brought back some gifts from Iowa.
We
Want
did.
to take this opportunity to go
Are
ahead.
you bringing out some gifts now?
Well, I'm going to give you a choice.
Are you gonna give me
choice.
a choice or like a trivia on it?
No choice.
Best choice.
Would you
Best
rather
choice? Okay.
have a bag of possessions or a bag of quick gifties?
Break it down. Start
Possession
going
or
over those wild
gifties?
stats in your head.
Huh?
Come up with the answer. What are you feeling? Based on those two options.
More like a procession because I feel like I'm processed.
That's not too far from the truth.
Get into my macho-ness.
A lot of thinking going on.
Oh yeah.
Hashtag.
So, what'd you decide?
Possession.
You want a bag of possessions?
Good
Yeah.
choice. Good choice.
Great choice.
Yeah.
Do no Ouija boards, okay?
Of course not.
Well,
What's your other choice?
I played with one when I was young, and it was weird.
Really? How'd that go?
It was in the church.
Oh.
A Ouija board in a church?
Wait.
Yeah.
this
Okay.
is-
Okay.
This is the other side of the other side story.
Yeah.
I would like to know more.
I don't know.
How did it get there? Was it already there, or
Or
did
no, a friend brought it in.
We're at like just
A board.
just like a regular church ceremony. Or
No, it was my former church.
it's like an abandoned church. You
No,
guys just
it was
put
actually
in service.
not service.
You don't need to say the name or anything.
No.
So yeah.
No, he already knows what
Yeah, we
church
know,
I went
we
to.
know.
It was not vacant. It was just a church that we
Just
worship.
opened up. It was an opened
No,
up.
no, it's
church.
not open up. It was there for
Just,
since
I'm trying to draw the
1970
picture.
Do you
1977.
remember where?
Yes, of course, the sledding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw blood there. Remember that?
No.
What?
On the stairs?
You guys don't remember that?
This is we're going. We got to go over to this side of the other side.
Oh man, I remember it vividly. Just going down the road sledding. I think it had to be 182. I don't think that was.
It's very possible.
But yeah, there was just blood. It was snowy, and it was just blood against the church. It was just like kind of there was like a what do they call it? Like a hole where like usually
Next to the
snakes or
stairs.
frogs go. Like where like a little hole next to a window.
A warren.
Dang.
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
that's like what rabbits live in, actually.
Yeah, something like that. But
But it's like a hole in the ground.
yeah, but like next to that there was blood. It was
Crazy.
like red everywhere. Don't know why, but
Man,
That's
that
nice.
just
Don't know if it was
memory stuck
animal
with
or-
you all this time.
Right.
But-
I just remember vividly.
But my defense, I didn't feel like we were possessed. So
yeah,
good,
there's
that's great.
good energy
and
there.
my friend took it home, and I just never saw it again. So
Or the
All
frame.
right, good. It was a good
yeah,
church.
I played with it, and that's all I played with.
There you go.
One time and done.
You
One and
survived.
done. You know how that is.
But now
No
you're
diddy.
choosing a bag of possessions. All right, good. Here's your bag of possessions.
Bag of possessions says possessions on it.
That's right.
Creeps, ghost commandos.
Now there are
right.
options inside the possessions.
Am I actually
So-
gonna get possessed?
You see, yeah.
Is somebody has to do exorcism on me?
No,
We know some people.
no.
Caleb,
I'm gonna
Nope.
take a guess.
Are you-
Inside the bag there is a frog
are
with
you?
a human head on it.
Oh, I hope not.
Whoa.
Whoa, man, that was a
Whoa.
mind-blowing story. Yeah, so go ahead. You get a choice of what's in the bag. Can't have it all. Let's go ahead.
Well,
Go ahead.
is it gonna bite me?
No.
Well,
You're a
Just-
ghost hunter, man. You shouldn't be scared
That's
of
right,
this.
Sure.
dude.
Well,
Well, well,
Ghost
I have a
commando.
little bit of quirk
Yes, a
in me.
ghost commando.
Ghost Commando.
Creeps.
I have a little bit of quirk in me, but that's the next episode. I can tell you what I'm afraid of, but that's different. But right now we're just
Just-
I don't like to put my hand
go.
somewhere.
No,
where-
it's all good.
it's
It's
like
all-
it's
come
like
on.
sticking your hand in
Trust
a
me.
cow's anal and just
All right, I'll
Yeah,
stick my
okay.
hand.
there's nothing there that's gonna bite you
Yeah.
on a cow.
You get a choice. These are fresh creations.
Oh wow!
You can see Gideon, or man, geez, I'm getting old. Caleb rocking the army green,
Yep.
or you could do the
All
black,
black.
metal like me,
all black.
or you could do the
This
gray.
one. Oh no, there's 4.
Yeah, there's 4 choices. Soon to be 5.
Or you go with the white just because it'd be a different.
But can you
hat
keep
color.
it clean? You gotta keep it fresh.
super fresh.
That's the hard thing is
Yep.
trying to keep. Because if I wear it a lot and I sweat, it's gonna have some sweat stains right here.
You pick up some plastic on it, clear plastic, and
Yeah, a
wear
little
it.
Scotch guard. Keep your hat fresh. You
Yeah.
going with the
go,
white
go
one?
vintage like the old ladies back in the day. Just put plastic over
Yeah.
their sofa and plastic over
Exactly.
their lamps
Bring
and
that
plastic
back.
because
Sure.
they used to do this all the time.
That they did.
Bring it back.
Because
All
that
right.
stains your white.
So you're going with the white
I
one,
know.
huh?
I've always wanted to know that.
Yeah.
I know.
I'll just keep the kids off.
That's
the-
why I just
stuffing
just
up
keep
the
it clean.
furniture. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Learn
mean,
something.
I
Which-
didn't
Do
know
you
that-
like yours?
my hat.
Yeah.
I love it. Wore it
'Cause
today
that's
at work.
yours, right?
Yeah, he's got
Yes.
the green.
And this is Adam's?
Well,
It's just all this. See? Yeah.
And then that's yours? You like that one better?
I mean, I like black. I always wear black with my
Be-
black metal shorts.
I have a coworker when I wear my other one that's all black, and when he first saw me wear it, he goes, "Is that a Raiders hat?"
Ooh.
Oh,
Ouch. I'm like,
Yeah.
no, 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 no. It's my
Fighting
creeps hat.
words.
I was gonna say
Because the way,
we can make a
Raiders.
custom one, get you an all red hat,
That's true. I mean,
American flag on the side.
the color schemes are endless. So you going white? You gonna make the impact statement with the white?
Yeah, I'll go
Yeah.
white.
Are you going
Hey,
white?
let's clap it
all
up
right.
again. Clap it up.
All right. Because you chose the possessions first, we're here to talk to you about Quickstar.
Quick Star is a chain of gas stations and convenience stores up in the northwest region of the Midwest.
Such an oasis. We love Quickstar in the Vinton, Iowa. It was, man, just magical. We shot a lot of video there. I think we didn't go enough times. I set a goal that we go to Quickstar about 7 times a day. But Katie and Josh Hopkins had us pretty busy that day, which is fine because we
fine.
had
We're
fun.
Great time.
But we missed our Quickstar quota. But last year, Gid went to Vinton with us, and he helped me operate a smoothie machine. So thank you.
Yeah.
I was too scared to try the smoothie machine without
It's
you
like,
this
just
year.
press the buttons.
It's more than pressing the buttons. Those
You're
buttons
old
are
school,
scary.
man. You just don't want to press those
So
buttons anymore.
we got you items from Quickstar.
What?
Yep. So I know you
Do I
missed
need
the
to grab
Quickstar.
one and just
It's
see?
up to you, man. It's up to you. But
Why?
Come on, open it like a gift, like it's Christmas.
If there's any Quick Star chicken strips or waffle fries in there, I would like those
Yeah.
for you to give them to
But-
me.
Or a watermelon cup.
yeah, you like the
Oh.
watermelon cup. It's been in my
Oh.
trunk for like the last 30 days, but
Should be fine.
it's all good. Preservatives.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I'm into the snack sticks.
So I had to put we had to put ourselves in the mind of Gideon, which is a scary place.
Yep.
It is a scary place.
Because he buys the most random things at gas stations. I mean, his breakfast one day was just, it was like a pickle and then a chicken sandwich, and then it was just a recipe for a long day. In
It
my
certainly
opinion.
was.
So you were with us in spirit there. But next year, bro, we're hitting
Make
it again.
sure you plan it into September or October.
Didn't they put out the dates?
Because 2 years ago or a year ago, we had it at the end of September,
Yes,
That was a magical
and
time.
I was able to go.
that's right.
This time around, it was end of August, and I'm like,
Yeah.
why this early?
Yes,
But it's like,
availability,
why?
man.
Well, because they had it at a school, so it was probably just the best time. Just
Yeah. Catch the school before school came.
yeah.
back.
'Cause they had it at high school.
It worked out.
Pretty cool place.
It was cool. But
Played
next
some
year,
basketball.
Who needs school? You know,
Lots of people nowadays.
we all need school.
yeah. And I think as paranormal investigators, I mean, all the different schools that we've explored, the people are there are great. Farrar, Bucyrus.
Yeah.
Adam and I presented at middle schools on ghost hunting and the paranormal, which is awesome.
Our first investigation at the Fairview Schoolhouse.
Fairview Schoolhouse. I mean, and we think the ghosts there exist for good reasons. So, yeah. Schools. So you had some other topics to talk about, huh?
Well, yeah, I was just kind of like going over some things. I was jotting down some notes throughout the week. We're going to help out the folks around us here. And by doing that, we're going to tell stories. But first, we're still going to talk about national stories.
And he's right. Their stories are half full cup. We're gonna make it full.
Love that.
Right.
That was deep.
It was.
Dr. Seuss.
Wow.
Yeah, we're gonna make it full.
Just want to make sure that when we put over the closed caption, that's F-U-L-L. Full.
So we need a spoon to stir it up to make it full.
Once
Who's
Gideon
gonna
wants to
start?
stir it up.
Yeah,
Well,
let's go.
I-
Let's go.
Oh, well, okay, you want to stir it up? You want to go national news or local? Or
You
not?
said Midwest.
Well,
Gotta make it full.
Well, we'll start Midwest, and we can end on some.
Because you said we gotta do a lot of hot topics in the Midwest and make them, you know.
local examples would be like Sauer Castle.
Big time.
Always had a stigma of being haunted. Sauer Castle is here in our greater Kansas City area, in the Kansas City, Kansas side, For the longest time, people have always thought it's haunted. They have ghost stories out there all across the internet of a lady in the tower walking around.
No electricity, but the lights on.
There you go. See, stuff
See?
like that.
Those kind of stories with
Yeah.
the neighborhoods
That-
around there, neighbors around there saying that there's lights on, but there's no electricity running to the
Right.
house.
Since we all grew up in the KCK area, we all know the story of Sauer Castle. That's a
I do
literal.
not.
Oh, you don't? Welcome,
we
welcome
probably
to
drove
our lives,
past it.
buddy.
As you were a kid, we probably drove you past
You
it.
have a picture of it.
But it's that's part of the problem. That's what we want to discuss. It's so protected, even though nothing was happening. But there's good stuff happening now, thanks to a
And
lot
it's
of interest.
very interesting of how deep the design is, and you look at it and you're like, man, it's a wowzy, like, wow,
Look at that.
I want to go in there, I want to do something. It looks really cool because it's made beyond 1850s, so it's like, I don't know when it was made to be
Well, according to the internet, Sauer Castle is an Italianate architecture home at this address in Kansas City, Kansas, built from 1871 to 1873. It was designed by famed architect Asa B.B. Cross. Am I saying the B.B. part right?
Yep, that's correct.
Who has also been the architect for...
Vale Mansion.
There you go. We'll be pulling up some pictures here so you can see Sauer Castle and Vale Mansion. You can almost see a very similar style.
Definitely.
Designed and built by the architect Asa B.B. Cross, but the residence, the guy who put forth all the money, was Anton Sauer. Well, long story short on that, basically, he ran to maybe some like financial issues, and a couple tragic stories happened around the Sauer Castle. You can look those up on the internet; they're everywhere.
Yeah.
You got the real history. We'll be touching a little bit on that. But that's just that's what we're here. This is what our show is about. You know about that side of the story. You know about the ghost stories. You can find that. But here recently, Sauer Castle has been making a comeback.
Big time.
renovating.
They
Somebody
are.
finally wanting to renovate
It
it.
is the
That's
best
the
news.
That's the key. Somebody finally wanting to renovate it,
Yes.
revitalize it. The community's always wanted to revitalize it, but it's been kind of held captive, which is controversial.
From outside resource, because he's not from Kansas or anything, and he's
Well,
the one that bought it.
Yeah, I think he does have ties to the area. He just got busy and moved away, and
I'm just happy that it's something's
In case you all see us looking up, we have a monitor above here. We're looking at a video that the Sauer Castle. What are they? The
Oh man.
and it's gonna take some time because it's a very old building, and they have to carefully renovate
That's
each
true.
part of that
So
section.
when did it become abandoned?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, wrong time
Based
ago.
off of looking, I
70s.
mean,
No,
yes.
because we were there in the 80s.
Well, it wasn't. I mean, I've
wasn't
watched videos in the '80s, and it was in a state of disrepair back then.
Yes, it was.
I mean, they had like old. It was basically used for storage, which, from what I saw back in the '80s, but they still held events. Like they did, like a big vendor fair back in the '80s.
So that place looks creepy though.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
no,
that's like a
no
perfect
doubt.
like whorehouse.
That's
you
what
know?
I'm saying. It is our local haunt that we grew up with.
Yep.
Saying that place has to be
And
haunted
that's-
just by the look of it.
And that's one of the spots we really want to do after it's renovated.
yeah.
Always had a dream about wanting to search the.
Because-
I guess here recently, since we became more on the. I mean, as kids, yes, we wanted to tell ghost stories about it. Now that we're paranormal investigators, we want to get in there, hear the ghost stories, and try and find evidence that coincides with those ghost stories. If it doesn't, great. If it does, great. At least we're putting the truth out there. And that's
Yeah.
one of the reasons why we'd love to go there and investigate and find the truth behind it. And if it is actually haunted, which one of the previous owners is on the news, I think Channel 9, Channel 4, one of those, he actually is reported saying, it's haunted. I have the clip of it somewhere.
That'll be on the ground.
Bud Wyman owned the mansion prior to Lopp.
So we had weddings, 7 weddings. We had tours. I got a book this full of people that toured it.
Wyman wanted to make a bed and breakfast out of it, but the city didn't allow it. He says when it was his, it was beautiful, if not a little creepy.
Guarantee you it was on.
Yep.
So, yeah, we would love to just get in there and find out the truth.
Because you don't see those kind of looking houses anymore, like
No, definitely not.
history wise. Like
Yeah.
you don't see like because if it's banded, a lot of times counties just tear down the history.
Oh,
of
yeah.
the
It's
building.
You know it.
cheaper to tear it down than to rebuild, but
But somebody's rebuilding this, so it's
Yeah.
kind of cool to see like a 1871
mm-hmm.
to
Yeah, it really
1873
And that
building.
statement I just made, that was kind of debunked by a historic preservationist that works for the local government. Adam and I went to one of his presentations, and he says there's so many historical grants that are out there. Yes, it takes a lot to pursue them and to qualify for them, but once you get the grants, it is actually cheaper to rebuild than to tear down. So that's why I want to get the message out about historic preservation. And it takes a lot of volunteer hours and manpower, but look at the results. Look at the opportunities that are created.
You're hitting on a fine point there, and that's exactly where we're at. We love exploring these locations, whether they're haunted or not. We love the architecture. We love to walk in the past, literally, in these buildings.
Because this history made America.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
where we come from. It's a culture, it's society. It's how we grow.
And a lot of the fundraising events that we attend and help out with, it's great to see the kids there too. The kids are like, man, this place looks awesome. And we've always said it kind of is like time travel in a way.
Yeah, it fascinates me.
I see they have a
On the history.
staircase too that we need to analyze. We love analyzing
We
staircases.
certainly do. Roll footage on Benton or the Horridge House. Oh.
Well, it's an 1844 action of the Rice Tremonti home.
That's what I feel like. The white entrance, the staircase, just like it, or almost just like it.
Almost. I think Rice Tremonti has an extra twist.
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
That's probably why Rice Tremonti did that extra.
It might have been. Because if you think about the mathematics on it, to get that wood like that is just kind of hard to do.
Boy, we really studied that Horridge House staircase.
Yeah, simple architecture that will go unnoticed by the people who aren't into that. They'll say, oh, it's a staircase railing.
Yeah.
All right. People like us, how the heck did they bend that wood and
That's
get
right.
it that angle just perfect before installing that railing?
And this staircase has been modified.
Yeah.
Who has walked these stairs? What did they bring up and down this staircase? That's what we're looking at.
Why did they modify it?
His wife died in '79 after it was built.
Boy, we hear about that a lot. That sounds very similar to
No, I
Bell
just
Mansion.
happened to see it.
That's
I'm like,
part of that tragedy. you
Yeah,
know?
isn't that sad? I mean, this guy, Anton, is building his wife
71 to 73.
a dream house, basically. And
And then 6 years later, boom.
yeah, sad. She really didn't get to enjoy it.
Wasn't
which-
wasn't
no
that
wonder she wants
opposite
to come back to it.
the mannequin house we were at?
No, it's very similar.
It was
She-
opposite though,
that's
right? 'Cause
Sophia Ville only spent like 2 months in the house.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah, good memory. Yep. And that's tragic. I mean, no wonder Sophia Ville wanted to come back to the Ville mansion. She never got to really experience it completed in real life. Yeah, she had to endure some cold nights because, they're still putting up the bricks in the windows and the fireplaces. But yeah,
I mean,
that's the stories we love to
I
tell.
do apologize for calling it the mannequin house. That's how I view each
Yes.
place,
You
Roll
remember?
footage.
I'm next to mannequins, so I think I found my place. Just these mannequins. I don't mess with the mannequins like the dogs. Oof. Third floor. As you can tell, I'm kind of scared to go anywhere else. So I like my spot right here. But mannequins. Why so many mannequins? There's no need for mannequins. Mannequins. First thing I walked into this place, Nazalek, walked into a doorway. To my right, there's a mannequin. I was like, nope, not today. No. That's not me.
You remember the traumatic events?
Yes, I remember.
Personally traumatic events.
Yeah, so we got like the basement. Don't know what
Yeah,
that don't know where that place is called. I mean, you got the basement, and you got the mannequins, and you know, the list goes on. Sally House, I'll remember Sally House. It was
You call that the
dolls.
party house.
Yeah, it's the party house. Next to the college, man.
Next to the college, party town, down the street from a bar, Mueller's. See, look at that. Oh, not her, but
Staircase.
people having their weddings there. Wouldn't you love? I mean, they could take a page out of the Belvoir Wineries book. In Belvoir, without the support of a hardworking family and individuals and people wanting to make a difference, I mean, look at the opportunities that have been created at the Belvoir Winery.
Well, I'll throw
Where?
something out in the loop
What are you
here.
talking about?
Just Belvoir real quick. I just
Yeah, what building would you want to sleep in, just across in the U.S. that you would just want to explore, just spend the night at?
Hotel. The Elms.
You're right.
I was gonna-
You know what?
Holiday Inn.
Idea. If you're gonna sleep in a haunted place, make it a hotel.
The one that's always the haunted one.
Well,
I
I
don't know
knew
what
what-
number it is. What number is it?
You talking about the Elms?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's in East Coast, right?
No,
Elms-
Elms
Elms
is
here.
an hour away, bro.
Oh, here?
Not too far away. No.
And which?
You talking
Which-
about the Stanley in Colorado?
No, the one over.
Isn't there one down in New Orleans?
Is there a hotel that's really haunted that you sit in, and you stay the night, and then you get touched or whatever?
There's quite a few.
Well, I just remember
is
seeing
that-
Ghost Adventures.
Is that in the
Yeah.
East Coast,
Yeah.
like Pennsylvania, or?
There's a handful of hotels that will do that for
Yeah.
sure. Like one thing that comes to mind whenever I think of hotels, strangely enough, my mind goes to Crescent Springs. Never
Where's
been
that
to
at?
it. It's Arkansas.
Oh yeah, the
Arkansas?
Crescent.
You know, it just popped in my head.
Oh, yeah,
It'd be a
Crescent Hotel.
really cool investigation if we each buy our own room and to investigate in that room
Yeah.
and see if we get any personal experience in there.
Well, that's how they
I will
sell it at
I'll
Elms.
tell you this: if I ever get any personal experience in one of them, really dark, I'm gonna piss my pants.
We will be
Put it
sure
on
to
record.
stop and get you diapers. We can get-
Yeah.
The
Grown-up
scariest
diapers.
hotel I've been in is that Drury Inn down in San Antonio.
oh my god!
San
Oh, yeah,
Antonio.
right, that was an old. It was a old hotel. Yeah.
Well,
creepy.
yeah, it used to be
Was it-
the
did you
Federal
experience a lot
Reserve
there?
Building.
Well, we,
Used to be an old
we
bank.
just walked around. I was just a little kid during the time. I mean,
Oh, okay.
Roll footage.
Yeah. Yeah, we got it.
Okay.
We got it.
yeah.
Oh, I got 0.0.
What are you here to do?
Find ghost. Come sit right next to me. Tell me a little story. Come next to me. Tell me a little story about this room. No? How was it? Was it San Antonio nice?
Ghost on the Nordic Trail.
What?
You guys looking for ghosts?
Yeah, didn't really find anything though.
Shit.
Oh yeah, we saw that gym. The thing just keeps on rolling. The treadmill.
Oh, the treadmill was going. Yeah, that was
Fitness
strange to
room.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah, some things happen that you just can't explain or can't put the right explanation.
But I mean, like I said, I have to say, I'm not attributing that to ghosts.
Sure, yeah.
I'm just telling you, you know, whatever. For
Makes
whatever,
your head scratch.
for
Yeah.
whatever it's worth.
Still fun to leave to the
Weird
imagination.
things happen sometimes.
Yeah, that's right.
So, anyway,
Well, thank you for telling that.
yeah.
It's like I was just. Feels like I'm getting looked at
Really?
right behind me. Outside there.
Somebody looking at you?
Yeah. It feels like it. Like someone's like right behind me.
Do you remember getting caught? Because we were trying to be sneaky
Yeah.
with our K2s, and this hotel worker comes by, is like, "Y'all looking for ghosts?" And we're like, "Yes, yes, sir, yes, sir." He's like, "Well, hey, man, we have some stories here." You're like,
Hey,
"Oh, really?"
Yeah.
A fun
that's-
stat
that's-
about that
that's it.
place. Chapman
it.
threw the fastest ball that day.
That's
Oh, really? 105 something?
That was that day. I remember.
that's the same thing with me when I was experiencing my vacation with my dad and
Yeah.
my sister.
South
and I'm trying
Dakota?
to think it was my other sister, but we went to Sioux Falls, and there's a museum up there, and he likes to preserve. If something's about to be demolished, he'll literally pick up the whole house or church or whatever it is, and he gets it transported into
That's awesome.
this land that he has, and he calls it the 1880 town, and it's pretty neat that all these old buildings that are about to get demolished by the county or
Yeah.
whatnot, he actually bids to buy the house and brings the house to
That's
his
awesome.
land. And
That's
we
awesome.
literally went to the church that he had, and but you couldn't go in it. It's blocked off, like kind of like you just go inside, but it's blocked off so you can look and see. And my dad was hearing things, and I was hearing something, and then my sister was hearing something, and I blurted out, I said, "We're here to worship." And then next thing you know, somebody was like walking down the stairs, like it was getting loud. We all were hearing it, and then we talked to the owner, and he goes, and then the wife's like, "Yeah, he always have when he." Turns the light off or close it up for the night, he always sees some things there like a ghost. And he one night he gave us experience saying that when he was closing up he saw these two mannequins getting married, and they never had a mannequin in there. It looked like a mannequin, and he talks to his wife, said, "Hey, have you ever did you put any mannequins in the church?" She goes, "No." And he actually saw like ghosts getting married, and he's like, it didn't freak him out or anything.
Dang.
Jay was just sitting still, getting married.
You
That's
know,
awesome.
It is that story that started all this.
Yeah.
So it's intriguing, like you guys said when you guys talked to the guy in the hotel, and he goes, "Oh, we have stories for you." Yeah, I had a story in that one, and I was like, I heard the sweeping and getting.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I heard it.
Yeah,
I'm hard hearing on this side, but I heard it.
Exactly. And that hotel worker was proud to work there. He was like, there's
Yeah,
a
got
hot
ghost
spot over
stories.
there. Go check
Come-
it out
yeah,
over
go-
there. It's like, thank you, appreciate it. Instead of like saying, no, there's no ghost here. Ghosts don't exist. Why are you wasting your time? Get out of my hotel.
And
Which happens.
I honestly think they do exist. So
Oh, well, yeah, with the stuff
That's
we've
my
seen
feeling.
and felt.
I get it.
Yeah.
I actually saw one, so I know they're out there.
And we believe you. You
know
are not
what?
crazy.
That's one of your Midwest local stories. That's one of your stories, and that's one of the topics we were hitting on tonight. Is that we want to talk about stories that we have that give you the other side of the other side.
Story you and your family
Yeah.
will always remember.
I yelled in there, and the thing got loud. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, all right, somebody's here.
That's cool.
We couldn't get in or anything. It's like, oh, somebody's here.
And nobody
somebody's here.
should have been in there except
Yeah,
for
nobody should have not been in there. It was
the
all
other
locked up
side.
and everything.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's just a weird
What the heck?
feeling.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Chiefy out there?
You rented the cabin, right?
I bought it fair and square. I mean, I know these are some creepy haunted woods. He said something about that, but I mean, you got to investigate it first to know if there's ghosts or not,
We're
right?
supposed to be off the clock. Why you gotta investigate now? We're supposed to be having a talk.
Yeah, I don't know what
Where
that
is
was.
Man, yeah, sticky
Hey.
door.
Yeah. After 2 hours of this door being closed. But
Sure,
man,
it's fine.
it's,
All right.
put the crystal away.
You know what? Sorry, Crystal.
All right.
Conjuring
I have to have a
House.
talk with you, Jenny.
Go to our Patreon page if you'd like to see more about this
That's right.
topic.
Uncensored, unhinged.
Dude, we should make an uncensored one.
That's what we're doing right now.
Well, speaking.
Speak of,
Oh, go ahead. Speaking.
if we do an uncensored, we can make a DVD and say the uncensored side of the
DVDs?
creeps.
Come on,
Still
Huh?
stuck in the mid 2000s
DVD.
like me.
DVDs. Well, I actually have not heard DVD term in so long. like at least say Blu-ray.
No, Blu-ray never caught on. Hey, I'm
forgot.
with you. DVD.
90% of people
Heck yeah.
nowadays.
What streaming
stream.
service do you use, bro?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Sony
Are you
DVD
on the
player.
streaming site too?
I'm all streaming, dude.
We're
Do
past.
you got rid of all your DVDs?
I mean, they're in a box in the basement. Yeah.
I'll take them.
It's a lot of Stargate SG-1 seasons 1 through 9, as well as Stargate Atlantis seasons 1 through 5, and a little bit of Stargate Universe seasons
And
1 through 3.
you don't have any DVDs or anything. You just
I
do
got my
streaming.
PlayStation.
Yeah, if he wants to
PS5,
play.
you just throw Blu-ray in.
Right.
Times
Okay,
have
my bad. You're in the
changed.
Blu-ray. Okay.
All we gotta do
Do
is
you have any Blu-rays?
No. I mean, probably in like in a box somewhere. It's just been a while, man.
Exactly.
I don't think DVDs. The last DVD I probably bought was Spider-Man 3, the Tobey Maguire days.
Oh.
Right. The emo Tobey Maguire.
I get it. There's more streaming.
Well, you know,
yeah, and,
here's the thing: they're paying to watch something that they already have for.
Now,
a
I will
couple of
say, I am
dollars.
team cable and satellite. I wish we would take away streaming and go back to cable.
And just have
Yeah.
pay-per-view for you want to buy the
I think
expensive stuff?
why do I have to have Peacock to watch Sunday Night Football or Prime to watch Thursday? I just want to.
That's why you get back
and
on
but-
DVDs and CDs.
But with buying all that, it adds up to like over $200
It
or
sure
more.
does.
It was just
to
so
buy.
simple, just to have Netflix as the movie. That's how it was.
And
You
I
had
get it.
cable or you had Netflix.
And I get it. This is computer, so you stream. So, yeah.
Yeah, I watch all my games on here a lot.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
The
I don't get it.
way people would do it now for us that best fits our criteria is go to our Patreon page, which we haven't set up yet. But if you want to see the premium content of our longer episodes and the real deal, other side of the other side of the other side, go there. You'll see it all.
It gets real.
Yes.
It's very revealing.
Uncensored on our streaming channel. Yes.
How could
Try
you pass
that one
that
too.
up?
Look into that one too.
Gideon will drink a lot of liquids and you'll see a real streaming service.
And you'll get my gaming Let's Play of Warhammer 40k Space Marines too.
Yeah, I'll watch.
Wow. Nerd alert.
My
Kate?
live Twitch.
Yeah, I was gonna say you
So great.
Caleb probably
It's a great
Twitch.
game. It's so good.
You do Twitch?
No.
You don't
but
do Twitch?
I mean, if we had a Patreon, I would slap it on.
Crap, I just offended a large portion of our potential
Yeah,
audience.
Yeah.
I think
Sorry,
we actually,
sorry, bros.
I think we actually do have a Twitch page.
Do we?
Find us on our Twitch page, which I'll put up here if
Yeah.
we do have it. Here's the link for it.
No, find
where
it
they're-
and tell me how to get there because I had no clue.
Help us help you.
Yes. You help us. Help us.
Yes, help.
Right.
So we can cater and help you.
Yeah.
More quick start trips.
Yes.
Love to go back quick start and show you more. I mean, they had soup. They had mac and cheese.
Enough to
Scoopable.
take two, right?
We're back in it.
All right.
Let me tell
We're
you.
here to win it.
You want to hear some national news? A headline that's making national news.
Yeah.
It's a very simple word. Everybody's heard it. The
Hawk
top.
Tua.
She's extended her 15 minutes of fame.
No, she got podcast now.
She does have a podcast.
Who?
Haktua girl.
She does a lot of two.
But yeah, she could do your act 2 again. I had to do
Right.
it. It was there. It was
Yeah. So, yeah, I'd love to hear more
Take
about
two.
national news.
Has anybody ever heard of the Conjuring House?
Yes.
That was
Are
a,
you
that was
talking
a
about
very
the movie
court-
or the real life
court
history
answer.
about it?
No, the movie was amazing. Still
Movie-
one of my top
Yeah.
favorite horror movies of all time. 'Cause you had
That's what I'm
Conjuring 1, Conjuring 2, you got the Annabelle 2, you had Curse of La Llorona, you had
Oh wow.
there was
Nuns.
the Nun, yep, and then the newest one, the Devil Made Me Do It, I believe it was.
Wow.
And I think this was all by James Wan.
Hey.
Much better than James 2 that I hear.
James
Nice.
James the Second.
What is
Well,
the history about
yes.
the Conjuring, Adam?
Yes, everybody knows it from the movies, but it's been making recent headlines with its new owner. Right now, it's owned by a lady named Jacqueline Nunez, and apparently she has some real beef with Jason Haas of ghost hunting fame, Ghost Hunters. Anybody know Jason Haas? You probably
Yeah.
know. You
Is
know
it the?
Jason Haas.
Is not the Baldy? Is
He
the
is the
one?
Baldy.
Ball guy.
That's the ball. Okay, that's James.
Yes, looks like Walter White.
Who?
With them
What about the
glasses?
curly
Great show.
black hair? What's his name?
Curly black hair.
the one that was with him when they first did it, the first season,
Grant?
and then Grant. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, that's who I was thinking of. But it's Jason that she has a problem with.
Yeah. So, because apparently Jason's kid Satori works there, currently works there, or no longer works there anymore.
No, she lost all her employees. And maybe we're not as up to speed as others because, we're Midwest nice. And that's going on the East Coast, far, far away. But this is a hot topic that a lot of people are chiming in on.
It really is. I was able to, in fact, I think the date of this recording that we're doing this now, just a couple days ago, Jason put out a video. He's been telling his side of the story, which is great. It's what we want to hear. But it just got to me thinking, like, has Jason got in a controversy before with ghost hunters or with his notoriety? Has he ever been involved in any other issues? So I did a little deep dive.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you think that's why his partner kind of left? Because of something happening to them, each other?
That's just it.
Grant and Jason? Because there's the one that created the ghost hunting taps. And they were the two main people, focal point in season 1, season 2, season 3. And then, like, at the end of, I don't know what season it was, like, Grant disappeared. And it was just him.
I think if I remember right, Grant wanted to spend more time with his family.
Yeah.
But I thought that was strange.
Is that just an excuse?
Well, he was also operating his own bed and breakfast at that time, too, which, it's...
like you said, Jason probably has a whole bunch of controversial we don't know about.
Well, one of the articles that I did find from Screen Rant, I don't think they're too well known, but it is an article that they did on Jason, or at least ghost hunters. Basically, the main part of the article wasn't really about Jason. It was more about who owns ghost hunters. Is it the company that produces it, or the people who came up with the idea? I think ultimately the people who produced it, Sci-Fi Channel or Pilgrim Studios.
Yeah, it was Sci-Fi. I think it was they
on
were on
Sci-Fi.
Sci-Fi. I think it was.
Yeah.
Yes.
Before they moved somewhere else, I think it was.
They got canceled like at the height of their time on Sci-Fi Channel, like back in 2014-15. They definitely canceled Ghost Hunters International because
It just didn't click.
It didn't click. Some people, even the crew thought it was kind of like I don't know, like quirky or something, or it was too. I don't want to say staged because I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. They were ghost hunting. They were putting out evidence. We don't know for sure. But one thing I did come across with the Screen Rant article was that one of the instances that Jason was caught up in was somebody accused him of mental abuse and having a way higher pay grade than the other crew members on the team. It was just a short little blurb on that, and I'm not going to dig any further than that, but that was one of the things that the article talked about. It was an article from Screen Rant, January 22nd, 2018. So
Makes sense.
But is there a story out there, too, that I remember when they were getting towards the end of their, like, because when they started out, they were in their prime, and then they started dying off. And then and when people that used to work with him, is it that they came out and saying that some of those evidence is just to bring in audience, and even though it was not actually true evidence,
that's exactly
and like they just saying it's basically Ghost Hunters is all fake.
That's exactly my point. Is that when the Conjuring House came out, I thought, boy, this new owner is catching a lot of heat from paranormal enthusiasts all over, but it started pinging some memories about Jason in my mind. Yeah, like hasn't he been through something similar like this before? You coming up with that, telling me that, and me reading this article, I'm like, wow, he's not used. He's used to controversies, and now with his daughter Satori and her boyfriend, fiance, significant other, they recently came under fire as well during Project Fear's investigation of the Conjuring House that they released a video back this February 2nd, February 2024. A lot of viewers for Project Fear saw that episode and saw the technique that Cody and Satori were using and like, not buying it. There's no way. Basically, they were able to join hands and communicate with spirits by going through the alphabet, saying A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and each time that they'd land on a letter, you'd hear a thump. And eventually, with each thump saying the alphabet each time, it would spell out something. And people thought, we've never seen this before. Nobody has any sort of technique like this, other than the closest thing would be the Fox sisters, way back when, that used to hold seances and people would hear thumps. Turned out they were apparently double jointed in their toes or something like that and were making the thumps themselves. Cracking knuckles, huh? Well, my point is that Jason has been in some controversies. Now his daughter is in a controversy. And now that came out this past February. Now we got new ownership of the Conjuring House. And this new owner is catching a lot of heat from fans of Jason and Satori, who themselves have been at the center of a lot of heat. Which makes me want to say, what's the other side of the story?
There's a lot of other sides. Gideon, he's going crazy with the
Fingers.
Wild West.
I was just going to say,
Gimme.
when I said something about ghost hunters, doing evidence, fake evidence. By the way, creeps do authentic and real evidence. We're not fake.
For that plug.
That's,
Okay.
I mean,
Just
I
putting that out there.
Try to keep it real.
Yeah,
said that
we're keeping it
earlier.
real.
We do refined evidence where if it's the slightest bit contaminated,
Yeah,
gotta
we,
go.
we debunk it.
Yeah, and sorry if we're dull.
Yeah,
I don't care.
yeah.
try to be.
Yeah, it's
It's
definitely.
just for you to believe or not to believe.
Yeah.
You could be skeptical, or you can just hey, they're onto something.
The sad part of this whole Conjuring House thing is
Yeah,
that
Conjuring,
it's not even paranormal related. It's just human drama, which sucks. And from all this drama that has happened, I'm not on either side. Like we said earlier, we're not well versed. We're kind of studying and watching from the sidelines, but the fact is, it's taking away a lot of planned paranormal opportunities from others. Nobody could explore this house anymore right now with all this stuff going on.
You still can, but yeah,
You
you're
can?
right. You could still
Whew,
rent it
taking
out.
a
Because I
risk.
checked their website the other day. By the way, one of the FAQs on it was if you. It was something like if you have less than 15,000 subscribers, you pay this price. If you have more than 15,000 subscribers, you pay this price.
And that's the owner?
That was on the FAQ of the Conjuring House website.
That's the owner's decision, I think.
Well, let me give you some more details here. That's on their website. Notice I didn't say Facebook, because here recently, apparently Facebook took down the Conjuring House Facebook page.
Oh,
And of
Zuckerberg shut him down?
Apparently, Zuckerberg's a fan of the paranormal.
Okay.
All right. He wants good, honest paranormal stuff going on. But I think,
He's an alien.
Oh,
hot take. Wow.
you heard it here.
You heard it.
He's our guy.
Wow. You're
Go
a resident UFO expert, okay?
Wow. So I'm surprised to hear that they're still allowing events with all this stuff going on, because it sounds like it's dangerous with
It's
all the human element involved.
Well,
It's a sad thing.
Yeah.
It's like if there is a lot of things that do go around that area or the house or whatever. Is it a house?
Yeah,
It
it's
is
a house dates back to the
And-
1700s, right?
But it's
Do you know
a
what's
lot
strange?
of backlash, right?
It is, but you know what's strange? The owner of the Conjuring House reached out to Jason to see
Yeah.
if he could help get her Facebook back up and running.
I heard about that. Which
Why? If she's at the center of like saying stuff like she said some pretty tough things towards Jason and his family.
Because what I heard was Jacqueline Nunez was just blowing Jason up, making all these crazy accusations, blaming Jason for threatening her life, basically, even showing up on the property,
Yes.
wanting to kill her, which is crazy.
Well, that's what she says. She confronted Jason and said that something along the lines of like, "Do you know about the plot to assassinate me?" And like, I guess later she saw on her security cameras somebody that looked like Jason driving away in a truck off the property. Yeah, again, it could have been Walter White and Jesse Pinkman. We don't know.
Or what do they call it when you have like a lookalike, but it's not blood related?
Doppelganger.
Doppelganger.
That's interesting because I mean
It
she
could have
is
been a
very
lookalike, Jason.
Jacqueline Nunez is very much in tune with the spiritual world from what I've heard.
You know, there's a lot of stuff on Jacqueline Nunez coming from Jason Hawes, and he has the articles to back it up. One of his main sources that he keeps posting about is the Providence Journal. They're in Providence, Rhode Island. They keep coming out with the articles. I attempted to look it up myself, but they have a paywall. Any news you have to pay for is selling lies.
Good point.
Honestly, I don't like paywalls for news.
No.
News. If you want to put out the news,
Put it out there.
Put out the news.
And I guess that's what a lot of people on YouTube have been doing, putting out their side of the story. A lot of her past employees are basically spilling the beans on how they're not getting paid by this owner-operator of the Conjuring House when they have a contract to work and lead tours and maintain the grounds.
I think, honestly, Jacqueline and Jason, they just need what you mentioned earlier is a good dose of healthy Midwest nice.
Yeah.
They need to come to the Midwest. And one place they could do that at is at the Missouri Paracon, happening next February 2025. Here's a little sheet that comes up right here. Scan that QR code, get your tickets in, because it's going to be a big event. Check out these guests.
Creeps Ghost Commandos!
That's one of them. That's one of them. We're going to be one of the vendors there, and we're also going to be helping do one of the public investigations.
Oh, yeah!
Still not ours, but it's all right. Not. It's working.
That's the Kool-Aid man.
Give me something else other than ooh yeah, but in Macho's voice. Make it your own. Here we go.
Snap it into the creepin'.
And you know what? That's not bad. Snapping it into the creeping. Yeah, I like it. I like a good snapping.
Snapping when you're creeping, huh? Yeah, it works.
Sold.
Slowly, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm there.
Yeah, catch us at Missouri Paracon. We'll put a link in the description below. Get your tickets. If you're in the Midwest, this is one that you're going to want to go to, because I'm sure anybody watching this knows us. You're from the Midwest as well. One of the biggest Midwest paranormal conventions was up in Michigan Paracon. They're going to be switching that around a little bit, but a lot of those people that went to Michigan Paracon this past year are going to be here in Missouri, or here at the Missouri Paracon in February 2025.
Yeah,
So-
it's going to be huge. I mean, and it's so easy to get to Kansas City.
It is.
I mean, the venue's very close to the airport, and Kansas City is such an easy town to drive around if you have to drive. It's not like crazy roads or anything. Not a lot of traffic. It's going to be a perfect time. Should be a huge event. Can't miss it.
Sure can't. We're gonna have a great time there. And I
Yeah.
know that we already know a few people that are gonna be there. I
Old
know,
friends.
Lowman Paranormal is gonna be there. They're gonna be a vendor.
From our home away from home, Iowa.
Yeah.
Good to see Lowman Paranormal coming down. Corey, Tia, and Dan, they do great work. Awesome documentary they put out.
On DVD.
See, and that's why I liked it. I have the DVD, and I will never lose it, and I could watch it for free without streaming. I need a DVD player, though, but I have it. Sometimes you may hear us call this show TOSOTOS, which basically
Is an
acronym for the other side of the other side. But if you're, it also sounds like a Game of Thrones term.
I like House of Dragon. Characters in that one. The guy that's into the foot fetish.
Never seen the show.
Oh!
I didn't care for the first couple episodes.
Nephew bringing hot takes. Today.
Is that on DVD? It's on DVD?
Why?
Game of
It's on
Thrones?
HBO Max.
I think it's being
Hey.
brought to
You gotta
DVD
pay
in some
for that.
countries.
Best streaming service ever.
Well, one place you never have to worry about buying a DVD is right here on TOSOTOS, the other side of the other side. Parentheses, we may make DVDs later on in the future in case things fall and the economic world falls, but we're still making videos. Find our DVD in the future, or come right here back to our YouTube channel to see more TOSOTOS, where we're going to always give you the other side
Of the other side.
That was smooth. Well, we really appreciate you tuning in to our very first episode of The Other Side of the Other Side. We're just planning to open up a little bit more. When we try to conduct our investigations, yeah, we like to have a good time. But this time, we're taking it to a little bit more extreme to tell our stories, opinions, and just share some knowledge about some crazy things that happen beyond the paranormal. So thanks again for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed some of the content. There's a lot more coming. If you have any crazy stories of your own that kind of coincide with what we talked about today, definitely leave a comment on this video, and make sure you don't miss out on some upcoming episodes of TOSOTOS, the other side of the other side.
Follow us on all our social medias. We're on Instagram, Facebook, and even Twitter. X. We're going to X out some tweets. Maybe. And we're also here on our YouTube channel. Check back, subscribe, like, get notified when we got new videos coming out, whether it be episodes of TOSOTOS or of our paranormal investigations that we've done. We got some special ones in the works. I know we just finished up Vale Mansion not too long ago. Be sorry for that. And on our next episode here coming out real soon that I know you've been plugging away at, getting it done. You found some good stuff, huh?
Oh, we have some bangers coming out.
Bangles.
These are some good ones coming out where, just really happy with the way we approach these investigations, and the results are there. The results are there. Pretty fascinating stuff. So stay tuned. A couple of series coming up. Right now we have 3 in the works that should be coming out within the next couple of weeks, at least some teasers. And you know how we do it. We like to do full episodes to take you along with us on these crazy investigations and explorations. So come along with us on YouTube. What's the, do we have an ending credits? Have Gid pop in, say, yep, he's ahead of the game. There, do it. Do your thing. No, do it. No, I messed it up. Do it.
What?
No, it's not me. It's not my character.
Huh?
It's not. That's not in my personality.
That's your thing. You know?
We need a fiery ending, man. You're a hype man.
That's your celly.
Give it. Oh my. Whoa, Sally. Whoa.
It's a celly.
Do you know what term you're using there, Sally?
Celebration.
You ever heard of the podcast Ear Hustle?
No.
Oh, it's about inside prisons, and people talk about their life inside prisons and their roommates, which they call cellies.
Wow. Well, that's a celly though.
Oh.
So it's a new term.
Sticking with
It's your
it.
celebration, man.
So you're going to take the cellies away from the prisoners? They're the inmates. Sorry. No, they don't like to be called prisoners. They're inmates, I think. Oh, I'm getting that wrong. We're screwed. We're screwed.
Oh, man.
Prisoners listening to... No, the inmates listening to this. The incarcerated. No, I don't know if that's right either.
No.
I got to go back and listen to Ear Hustle. Shout out to Ear Hustle. Very good episodes. I enjoy it. Shout out to all the incarcerated people. Sorry. Got yourself. Yeah.
He's a little tore up right now. Give him a minute. He'll compose. Focus his chi.
Crystal.
I got nothing wrong with convicted felons.